Hi, everybody. Welcome to the second segment, episode 237, Sold with Updike Pugh. I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and today we thought we'd talk about why townhomes are such a great investment.
And they really are.
And they have really, in certain areas of Dallas, they have hit the ground like gangbusters. You know, I think at the beginning, we were seeing a lot of them in the Oak Lawn area, and then that lowest East Dallas side that I lived in by Manette and Capitol, that is still booming. But now, the Oak Cliff has, and the Cedars have just shifted gears.
They really have. And those areas of town were going to be a lot more dense anyway. But when they started building the townhomes, I think it really makes a difference down there because they build so much quicker than single family homes. But you virtually live in a single family home.
You change that demographic and the number of people so fast. So suddenly your nightlife changes and you're walkable, people walking their dogs, and just everything happens. And so one of the things that this really jumps in and fills a niche that is really needed is affordability.
It does.
It is so hard to find single-family homes at the same price and be comparable.
From many, makes affordability from many factors. Maintenance is overall a lot less because many times you're not dealing with the same amount of land that you would normally.
Right.
The cost of water has gone up exponentially, and you're not necessarily going to have that much of a watering issue with many of the townhomes now.
You know, and maintenance is very interesting because so many of these are so new. And I always point out, because I came from new home sales, that the building sciences get better every year, and that changes in code, and then they catch on because people demand these things. And one of the things that made a huge difference, I think, in the last 10 years here is that cellulose blown insulation. And the 2x6 is literally creates almost like living in an igloo or like a cooler. It's just amazing. We had a 3,000 square foot townhome. And in July, the first year that we owned it, it was $187 to heat and cool it. It is night and day difference. So that's one way that you can really decrease your actual costs.
And another benefit of living in townhome communities is the amenities. Many times, if you're a single family home person and you want to have a pool, guess what? You've got to pay for that pool.
Exactly.
And many times people just want to have a pool to be around. And so living in a townhome community that has that really satisfies that, and you pay for it in a much different way than you do when you're the single family person paying for everything.
The other element that is really interesting is you are more likely in a townhome to get a rooftop with a view. And so you're trading that yard, but that yard can be seen as like something that I have to do. It can be seen as an ongoing expense. Some people just do not want that. And whereas a rooftop is really just to go hang out and enjoy and relax.
Yeah. It is, and even like the townhome we have listed for sale down in the farmers market, they've got gas and water plumbed all the way up to the rooftop.
That's a great point. I forgot.
So you can have pots out there with plants, and you can water, and you can have a gas grill, and not carry propane tanks up. And I mean, it's significant.
It is much different than what your parents thought about. The other thing too is what is happening with the location. These locations are really jumping in and creating their epicenter adjacent. I mean, they're close to like Uptown, they're close to West Village, they're close to Lois Greenville, but they're really creating their own dynamics because as you can see, like Bishop Art District, 10 years ago, this wasn't here. And all of a sudden, these shops can come in and backfill this because there is the density that has moved into this area. There are enough people on the regular to create capital that will keep them supported.
And living in townhome communities many times creates a community environment that you sometimes miss in single family developments because what we've seen many times is, especially when the garage is on the back, people drive in through the alleyway, they pull in the garage, they shut the door, and they never meet a neighbor.
You know, Jeffrey used to live in a multifamily configuration downtown, and their community was amazing. They did everything from like have the Emmy watching party, and they would rent out the room downstairs in the bottom or reserve it. They did progressive dinners. It is a lot different than living in a single family neighborhood.
It really is. Security is another big thing that comes with townhomes. Many times the communities are going to be in gated communities. I love the ability that you can, with townhomes, a lot of times you've got that lock and leave, which a lot of people are looking for.
The other thing too, lastly, is going to be the demand. This is an interesting thing, and I don't know that this is the same in every market, but typically people are moving from West Village, and then they're going to typically buy a townhome in one of these areas. And people are always like, well, aren't they going to run out of people that are moving in? But if you think about the big schools that are in Texas and in the surrounding states, Texas, Houston, and Austin or Dallas, Houston, Austin are the go-to cities typically for most of the graduates. And there's never been like a shrinking in the graduating class. So there is this like constant feeding of the cycle. So
absolutely.
We think it's here.
So if you have an interest in townhomes, reach out to us. We would be happy to share more detailed information with you. If there are any other topics that you want us to talk about, just click in the links below, leave us a note, give us a call, smoke signals, whatever it is.
And just remember, we want to be your realtors for life.